What's up, y'all? Today we're standing here on the coast because we're at Pigeon Point Lighthouse, and want to talk about the concept of aiming, because as we set about to do what we're doing here and going in the direction of our own conscious choosing, that means we got to aim for where we're trying to go.
Because you're a creature that has an aim. You have to have an aim in order to do something. You're an aiming creature. You look at a point and you move towards it. It's built right into you. And so you have an aim. Well, let's say your aim is the highest possible aim. Well then, so that sets up the world around you. It organizes all of your perceptions. It organizes what you see and you don't see. It organizes your emotions and your motivations. So you organize yourself around that aim, and then what happens is the day manifests itself as a set of challenges and problems, and if you solve them properly, then you stay on the pathway towards that aim, and you can concentrate on the day. And so that way you get to have your cake and eat it too, because you can point into the distance, the far distance, and you can live in the day. And it seems to me that that makes every moment of the day supercharged with meaning, because if everything that you're doing every day is related to the highest possible aim that you can conceptualize, well, that's the very definition of the meaning that would sustain you in your life.
Trying to go. And I think one really interesting thing that happens is you do that, is you got to realize right now you're aiming from the consciousness you have. And so inevitably, as you start down this direction, things begin to change.
You move 10 feet towards it and you think, no, that's not right. I didn't get it right. It isn't there, it's actually there. And so then you see it somewhere else and you shift yourself slightly and you move forward, and that's what happens. You continue as you change. The thing that guides you forward moves, right? It's like God in the desert in Egypt, the pillar of light that you're following, it's moving. It's not a permanent thing. You move towards it, it moves away, it guides you forward. And so you say, well, is what I'm aiming at paradise itself? And the answer to that is no, because what do you know? You couldn't see paradise if it was right in front of you, but you might get a glimmer of it. And so you move towards it and you grow. And then the next time you open your eyes, you see a little bit more clearly.
So the way I kind of think of it is like, we have to be discerning, right? Because especially in today's age with like YouTube and all these people who can tell you all these different things and media messages that can, reach you really easily, I almost look at those like the clouds. Like, it's so easy for them to descend down upon you and shape your reality. So you think that like, well, the clouds exist, so it's a cloudy world. But it's not true. Like, the sun, your true essence, is, always shining bright. Shining bright. But when you look at, like, the lighthouse, it's a symbol, right? So, I guess we take the lighthouse as a symbol of, your source, your truth, the highest, best version of you.
You are an extension of source energy. You have, whether you are aware of it or not, a constant relationship with that broader part of you.
So you have your higher self, trying to shine the light so you know where to go. It's like, this is a really dangerous place, and a lot of ships have gone down here. Technically speaking, the captain of the ship that we have now is like drunk and like took us out to sea, and we're like about to die, and we can see the shipyard. We know we need to get there so we can like replace the captain, yet we still have to like sail the ship somehow with this drunk ass captain who's like,
understand what you're up to. So we're aiming creatures. It isn't certain how the future is going to lay itself out, and it isn't certain that what you knew in the past is going to be sufficient for you to move forward into the future. So there's lots of opportunity, but it's very complex. And it's not easy to keep up in our world.
So basically, I guess all I'm really trying to say or share is that it's definitely like an ever-moving, ever-evolving, you know, art. And one thing I do notice is like maybe the pictures in the vision board don't need to change, but as I go through this, my relationship to them definitely changes. When I first started, I think, oh, I'm here because of this, whereas like now it's like, dude, maybe I'm experiencing this because of this. Could be a completely different thing. And it's tough because you really don't know who to trust. But inevitably, you just have to have faith that, you know, the lighthouse is there, and it is manned, and it is trying to tell you where to fucking go and avoid the rocks, you know?
Stability is there in your thought, and how much reverberance is there in the thought process will determine whether your thought will become a reality or is it just an empty thought. Or how you do not create any impediments for your thought by creating negative thought process. Is something possible or not possible? It is destroying humanity. What is possible and not possible is not your business, it's nature's business. Your business is just to strive for what you want.
It's like, go out with your old friends, dude, rock, you know? Accept that shitty job from your old boss, rock. And for sure, as you begin to do these things, the universe really wants to test you. Like, dude, are you sure you're gonna do this? Like, here's this, check this out. And, you know, you find that your world is littered with rocks that you're gonna have to get, you know, past. So, as we take aim, I guess all I'm really trying to say is we can't be too rigid. And we got to be really true to ourselves and really true to our hearts, because you might tell yourself one thing and then you begin taking action and moving in a direction, and inevitably that changes, and that's kind of the whole point, isn't it? Anyway, here's your lighthouse, here's your voyage. Wear your life jacket, bro.